Welcome to Brawl Till We Fall. I got my brothers here. I got my brother Dre in the studio with me. I got Meek and, of course, Sal Showtime. And we're going to talk about WWE and all the different things that's going on in wrestling. And then we're going to get into our predictions for NXT's Battleground that's happening this Sunday. Um, and because this is recorded, it's happening later on today. All right, so we're gonna start off with WWE. We're gonna talk about Raw. Let's talk about Raw. How did y'all think? And if y'all had to rate Raw this week, what do you think would be your ratings for Raw this week?
Yeah, me.
Mm, Uh, that's a little hard. I think it was a good show, so I'm gonna stick. I would rate it like a seven because I don't think anything was like too out of place, but
Mhm.
I don't think anything special happened per se. Some of the things that stood out was we had some pretty good matches. Um, if I was Alpha Academy, I would have to knock Chad Gable out a little bit because it's one thing to insult me to my face, but make me read out the insults? Nah. uh,
All right.
and AOP in a quick win over the New Day for, I guess, right? I hope I hope everything works out with the tag team division. It's still kind of not in the right place, and even the women's division is not fully to me in the right place. The kiss for the Dominic stuff. I'm just say it
So the
feels
drum.
awkward and it also
Right.
feels entertaining at the same time.
Got you.
Yeah.
Got you. Got you.
So
What
it's
you
fine.
think?
Yeah, I would give it probably a seven. Same thing. And listen, everybody's talking about the kiss, man. Like you mentioned, me. Everybody's talking about the kiss. You know, that Dominic actually is he actually trying to like make this thing happen or not? You know, that's the big
Mhm.
talk right there. The New Day stuff is also interesting, and yeah, I would give it a seven. But yeah,
What you think about this, Dre? Did you get the chance to catch anything or no?
I caught it. I didn't really. I like the best thing was the live thing in the beginning, and I like the Gunther match
Mhm.
with Ludwig. I think his name
Luke.
Ludwig.
Yeah, Luke.
Yeah. That was a good match. Um, New Day, nobody really cares about. I haven't cared about them in 3 years, honestly. So I don't understand why. I see. I hope they break them up because it don't make sense. Um, but other than that, I give it a six or seven.
All right, I'm gonna
Yeah.
give it a seven. I'm gonna go with y'all on that because of the simple fact that even though I like Ludwig Kaiser and this whole thing with the Sheamus thing, I'm gonna give it that because at the end of the day, I really wasn't feeling Ludwig Kaiser. But like I said on my show, and you'll see it later on when I talk about it, he actually gave Sheamus a damn good fight. And if you make me hate you as a bad guy, then you're doing your job. And I really don't like Ludwig Kaiser right now. But on the other end of that, when it comes to New Day, they bragged about how many people they defeated and beat and all of that, but they forget one thing: they're missing that element. Big E, Big E helped them do that. Together, they don't even weigh enough for no to go up against any of the wrestlers that's in there to really think that they're going to do what they did with Big E on their team. It was three of them. Now that it's just them two and they're lightweights, them losing was a testament. Maybe Woods need to, like you said, maybe they need to disband and they need to go with their separate ways. You know, Kofi did good by himself. He really doesn't need New Day. Woods needed that more or less the group thing. Even Big E by himself can handle his own. That's if he comes back, because right now he's afraid, and I don't blame him. Getting your neck
Mhm.
broke is not something that you can easily come back from. You know what I'm saying? So I don't blame him for not coming back. But when it comes to New Day itself, they need to disband. People, I mean, people, some of the crowd and the kids, they cheer for it and all of that. But after the Bootios, I was done with them anyway. But now that you're looking at the the whole thing with Woods joining the Final Testament, that might be a good move for him in his career if you want to take it to the next level. All right, so we basically covered Raw. Oh, except for Dominique, I really think that they're messing with him. And eventually, when Rhea Ripley comes back, she gonna put foot the ass on somebody. Somebody gonna catch it, and most likely it's gonna be Dominic because he is playing this game. You could see when she rubbed his hair how he was smiling and smirking. You know what I'm saying? But we forget that Liv has history with one of his stablemates, Finn Balor. So they got history. So you don't know if Finn is probably messing with him because you notice he kept coming to his rescue. So you don't know if Finn messing with him. You don't know what Dominic's outcome is going to be. I'm just waiting to see what that's going to be. All right, we're going to move on. Let's get to SmackDown. Now, what do y'all think going on with this bloodline? Do y'all think that? Because here's my prediction. I'm gonna give you my prediction, and then y'all go for y'all go for broke after I tell you what I'm thinking right now. Because it's been a minute, we still haven't seen no Jacob Fatu or nothing. Jimmy Uso has been MIA. We don't know what's going on. My mind went somewhere last night watching SmackDown. What if? Because right now, uh, Paul Heyman is going crazy. He can't control nothing. And his statement that he is the person that's managing them, but he's not in control of them. He can't control what they do or whatever. Do you think that Jimmy Uso is going to come in possibly with Jacob Fatu with his own bloodline and it be like a civil war? Do y'all think that's possible?
Mm,
Let's go, Meek, because I know you sitting there pondering.
Yeah. Um, that's the thing. Just the fact that his last name is Fatu, I could see him joining um Jimmy and Jay more than Solo.
mm,
I also don't see him under Solo. I see him more as he would end up taking over if he joined that similar group.
Right.
Um, Also, Solo's group is a kind of angry, savage factor. While
Mhm.
Jacob has that a little bit, but he's more cool. So that also feels like that also pushes him to the Jimmy and Jay side. So I
Okay.
could see that definitely. I could definitely see that.
Gotcha. Gotcha. What you think, Sal?
Yeah, I'm gonna go on record and say that this bloodline sucks right now. It sucks. You know, it's it's trash. I don't know what they're doing right now with the bloodline. Solo's doing a terrible job leading this faction right
mm,
now. But yeah, I think it would make a lot of sense, like you mentioned, that Jimmy and Jacob Fatu come together. That would be exciting. Actually, Jimmy, he needs some help anyway. Jimmy can't do nothing alone, and
Exactly.
Jacob would be a great, enforcer. So
Hmm.
yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
Right.
um, I, I think Jimmy. I think eventually he's gonna go with Jay, and then it's gonna be Jimmy, Jay, and Roman. I think it's gonna be like a Survivor Series thing. To me, that's how I feel. I don't feel. I mean, I know they're trying to put Jacob going to with Soa Sokoa, but I don't know. I just feel like it's gonna be a divide, and that's how they're gonna set it up.
Rumor has it that Roman will be returning sooner than possible, but not as soon as SummerSlam. He'll probably be back in August. That's what the rumor has it.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, but at the other end of that stick, they've also had rumors that The Rock is the actual head and he's the one that's leading everything and telling Solo what to do. That's on another end of the stick. But it could be Jacob Fatu running the show. He could be leader, and your boy Solo might be taking a back seat, knowing that he is a better leader than he is. Like you said, Sal, he's not doing a great job of leading. So What else is going on SmackDown? Let's see. What do you think about Carmelo Hayes? Do you think he's always biting off more than he could chew? Let's start with you, Sal. What you think about Carmelo?
Carmelo Hayes, man. Uh, I just feel like he's a superstar in NXT. He was, and then he's here now. I feel like he just needs some more good matches. Right now, he's not doing what he's not in good spots right now. I just feel like they need to do more work with him as far as putting him in great matches. Still building up his name, but yeah, he needs more work.
Got you. What you think, Meek?
Yeah.
Uh, you hear me?
Yep.
All right. I think he's doing good, but it's he's not in the necessarily a spot to be at the top of the division yet, and he is one of the guys who's supposed to be there. So right now they having him do things that kind of preserve him for the future. So technically, I guess we're not even supposed to be paying attention to him like that right now. We're supposed to be just like, oh yeah, he did good. He kept up with this person. He kept up with that person. He kept up with that person. So it feels like he's doing good. We're not supposed to pay attention to him yet.
Got you.
Yeah.
What you think, Dre?
And I'm not really. He's he's not like doing anything to like bring himself out there like that. He's he's cocky, which is
Too
cool, but it's not like something that I draw myself to him. You know,
got
like back in the day, like I don't know, people don't even remember this, but Randy Orton when he first started, he would do like this thing where he had an injured arm,
you.
and then
Okay.
he'll be like, "I'm like 70% ready, 50% ready." So you kind of remembered that, like, well,
Okay.
who cares if you're 70% ready? Nobody knows you. He's not really doing nothing to bring him
Bring his momentum up.
momentum up, yeah,
Yeah.
momentum up. So
Right.
he's doing okay. I mean, I'm not really all there yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now this LA Knight thing that he's got going on, like he said, he's going to find himself Logan Paul next week. He's gonna go to his house like he did AJ Styles. He's making house calls. Do you think that LA Knight got a chance to beat Logan Paul? Or do you think that WWE, since they're pushing his drink and everything, and he's got a lot of promotions going on, they're gonna let LA Knight win, or they're gonna continue to promote Logan Paul? Yeah, Dre, because I know you.
Uh, I think LA they should let LA Knight win, honestly, because it's about time. I mean, he's eventually you gotta win a title. Like you can't you got the fans going for you, you got everybody going for you. Eventually you gotta win a title so that you can get to that next level.
Mhm.
So I think eventually I think they're gonna do it for LA Knight.
What?
Hopefully he wins. But that's gonna be SummerSlam, right? Or something. That's not gonna be
No, looks like
no.
they're trying to set this up for next week. They don't have
Oh,
a lot
next
of
week.
matches
Oh,
on this next pay per view that they got coming up next week. They really don't. They haven't even begin to stack up the matches for that pay per view, and it's right next week. So I don't even know what they're doing over there.
I
Whoever's
don't
doing
know.
that promotion is sucks right now. Because I only know about what three matches that I know about, if that. So, but anyway,
So
what you
I
think,
don't know.
Sal? What you think about L.A. Knight versus Logan Paul?
And listen, I'm a huge LA Knight fan, and I'm a huge Logan Paul fan. Both of them,
I
great
know.
wrestlers, man.
I was gonna
Um,
say you for last, but I said I'm gonna let you go
yeah,
ahead.
yeah, yeah. But when it come to LA Knight, listen, man, he don't need a title. He don't need a title. He's gonna be perfectly fine without a title. But I understand
Yeah.
what you're saying. The
Yeah,
validation aspect of it all. Get a title on him. But if he take a L right now, it's not gonna hurt his career. It's not gonna hurt his career. And Logan Paul, he got to promote that prime drink, man. You know, we need some more of that
That's
prime
what
drink
I
out
said.
there. You know what I mean?
Nasty,
So,
that nasty prime.
yeah, yeah. So if he gonna lose it, it might be like SummerSlam time. That's what I'm thinking. You know, and that's a great promotion for the prime drink as well. So, yeah, I think Logan Paul. Man.
What you think, Meek?
I'm actually kind of leaning towards LA Knight. I also kind of felt like it should have happened at SummerSlam a little bit too, but and then there's one other problem with Logan Paul not having a title if he did lose. What do you think they got like plans? Do you think that he's ready for like certain amount of stories without the title now? Before it was kind of he the new guy coming in, no one respects him, and I think that everybody who would be offended by that he already fought. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what he would do if he did lose the title.
Gotcha.
That's my only problem with it. But LA Knight, it is about time for him to win that. I like I like a lot of people are feeling it probably should happen at SummerSlam, but I feel like he'll win this one.
All right.
It's Sal saying that it's like he's 41 years old. Like it's time to get it going. Like, you can't say like he's not gonna you don't need the title. Like eventually you don't need the title. It's getting old out here. Getting old in these
Hey,
streets.
hey, for the record, there was a lot of times I felt like he should have won the title and he took the L, man. So I don't think they're gonna give him to him right now. But let's see. We're gonna see. We're gonna see.
All right.
All right. Lastly, I want to talk about my girls, who I call trouble, and that's Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill. Um, Two shows, Raw and SmackDown, they caught a beatdown by two different groups. Now, in the end of SmackDown, they did request a triple tag team match. Uh, do y'all think they're gonna come out of that? I mean, and then I'm gonna get into my thoughts and theories of what should happen with those two ladies. But what do y'all think about where they're going with their career? Do you think they're going to catch? I mean, because they're going up against two tag teams, even though in the end of SmackDown they did uh, beat the hell out of both tag teams, and they were the last one standing. And I see them as a dominant team. However, I'm gonna just throw this out there. I think they need to start a stable. I think they need to bring in from NXT Lash Legend and uh what is her name?
Jada.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh man. They brought them in. They would be crazy. Them four, Jada Parker, Black Legend, that would be crazy. So what do y'all think about that? Y'all think they need to be in a stable? Do you think they can handle things on their own? What do you think?
I think there's actually a very big chance that they definitely keep this win. Uh, like one thing, is, like if you from the kind of backstage fan looking too deep in perspective, it seems like they don't believe in Jade Cargill yet by herself. And I feel like if they break them up, they would want to break them up to be like in singles way, not a tag team without a title for a while. I feel like if they break them up, they're breaking them up. Like if they lose the title, they're breaking up. So I do feel like they might likely come out with the win the most. Like that, I feel like there's like a 90 or 80% chance of coming out with the win, especially since the other people they're going against, they're not necessarily established. Even though they got some good hits in throughout these weeks, they're not necessarily established as people who's going to be taking up that spot. So that's why I feel like, yeah, they're going to win.
Okay. What you think, Sal?
Yeah, Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill, they like the superheroes of the tag team women division right now. You don't want to split them up right now. No, like, listen, they need some help to the tag team division for women. They need a lot of help, and I think these two are going to hold it for a little while longer. Yeah, they're
Okay,
not gonna. Or as far as your idea, as far as NXT ladies coming through, like Lash Legend and Miss
yeah,
Parker, call her Miss Parker.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, nah, that's a good idea. That's definitely a good idea. That should definitely happen sometime real soon. But
Yep.
yeah, let's see.
Hey there, wrestling fans. This is your boy Teo, the host of Brawl Till We Fall. And I want you to check out my show every Sunday. We have two shows. That's right, we have two shows on Sunday night. The two shows we have is the highlight show, which is at 6:30 p.m. on Sundays, and then we have our premiere show at 8:30 p.m. on Sundays. So check us out. We also have our Thursday night Let's Talk About It show featuring my brothers, and hopefully sometime in the future we can have some wrestling stars or somebody to come out and talk about the pay-per-views that's coming up on that weekend. So every Thursday, right before the pay-per-views, we have our Let's Talk About It show. So check us out. Right there's the info. You can go to YouTube to check us out on YouTube, and soon we'll have other platforms. But until then, right now, check us out every Sunday. We have our show. Peace out. All right, well, let's get into NXT since we're here. Before we get into Battleground, which we're going to segue right into Battleground, we're just going to touch base on a couple of things on NXT and segue into Battleground and our predictions, because I'm looking at it like this. Do y'all think that Obafemi got a chance at retaining his belt? Now, I know, Dre, you're not really, so I'm going to leave you out of that one. So, Meek, what do you think about Obafemi retaining his championship?
I think Obafemi could possibly win. I know that Joe got all of Gallus to sneak in for him, but I feel like he can overcome about two of them, and Wesley will probably help, and Wesley probably can call up at any time, so I don't expect him to win. He's had the North American title multiple times. He's had some of the best title reigns and some of the longest title reigns with it a little bit. So I don't see him winning. I actually see him being called up sometime soon. I don't know when. But Obafemi, I think he's doing good as champion. I think they need to establish him as strong as he is. And I don't know how he looks without the title, actually. I feel like it might be awkward without the title, but I feel like he can make it. So, but I'm leaning heavily towards Obafemi still winning this, still pulling the win.
Sal.
Yeah, Obafemi's a great NXT North American champion. I feel like he's not gonna lose it right now, man. He's not gonna lose it right now. We need black wrestlers like this holding it down in the ring. And Wesley, he won it multiple times, and that's the thing. What will they get? Well, he might get it back. You think he might get that back? I mean, he haven't had it in a long time, So, and I think this is the best possibility that with a triple threat. That
is the only chance he got to get it. Yep, that's what I was thinking. The same thing. That is the only time that he would be in that spot to actually get that belt back. But at the other end of it, my biggest issue is Gallus. These dudes backs, they're gonna be around the ring. They can do all kinds of tricks. Remember, as a triple threat match, there's no disqualification. So they can do all kinds of things and help their boy win this. And at the end of the day, which is going to bring me to the actual NXT Battleground segment, it looks like Obafemi wants to go for the big belt. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think that Shawn Michaels or the NXT big dogs think that Trick Williams can hang in there and handle it and lead the NXT where it needs to go. Or else they wouldn't have bring in an outsider like they did. Which brings me to that. What do you feel about these, or I should say cross promotions that they're doing right now with TNA? And you got to understand that all right, let's talk about TNA and the Knockouts champion Jordan Grace. What do y'all think about that?
Well, for me, I don't think there's a as much as I feel like she should be able to beat Roxanne Perez. I don't think there's a chance she's gonna win this match. I feel like Roxanne Perez is gonna keep that title for a while until a particular person comes out of nowhere to beat her.
Mhm.
Because it already looks like they want to call her up at some point. So I feel like they're gonna put whoever's gonna be their next person they believe in to beat her.
Mhm.
Even though I feel like it makes more sense for Jordan Grace to win that. When it comes to how I feel about the TNA kind of mixture feeling, I like it. I think this is what a lot of wrestling fans has wanted. This is almost it makes the wrestling world bigger, and this is almost a sign of goodwill towards us because this is what we've wanted for a while and everything. So I think it's good. It's going to make things more interesting, especially if it happens not all the time, but little often. Someone shows up out of nowhere. People talking about Joe Hendry showing up at the castle. That'd be funny if that actually does happen. But yeah,
Mhm.
I think it's actually a good, and I welcome it. I would welcome more of it happening, even when it comes to AEW and whatnot. Even though I feel like that will not happen in this decade.
Don't don't
AEW
say
will not.
don't say never. Don't say never. You got to
True.
understand from my perspective. And first, let me let Sal answer that question. What do you think about that, Sal?
Oh, listen, man, I'm loving this, man. I'm loving this. Hey, Jordan Grace, the Knockouts champion, is gonna fight Roxanne Perez, NXT Women's Champion. Yeah, listen, I never thought this would happen. Never thought this
Got,
was gonna happen.
gotcha.
But Jordan Grace should definitely win this match. You know what I mean? She should, but we know the politics.
Well,
Yeah.
let me say what I was about to say. Okay, so a while ago, and I don't know if I mentioned it to y'all on the show, whatever we had. There was a meeting with Tony Khan and Triple H and representative of TNA at the time, and they had talked about this. This was before the Royal Rumble, before Jordan Grace made her first entrance. So don't say never, because this is a Tony Khan idea. It's his idea. He came up with this. The only and Triple H did make a statement one time. He said he doesn't mind doing a AEW crossover event with WWE. He just did not like the name Forbidden Door. He said it sounds like a bad porn. But at the other end of that stick, with that being what it is, I'm looking at this as a trial and error. WWE is using TNA to try it out to see how it goes. And if it goes well and they make money from it, because it's all about the money, if they make money from it, you may just see that crossover. They already eliminated that whole contract thing. Whereas, if you're a free agent now, you're a free agent. You can go wherever you want to go. So when they eliminated that, it opened up the door for a lot of things. But AEW started that because a lot of their wrestlers have an open contract. Even John Moxley's talked about it. He said his contract was open. He could have been went back to WWE. He never signed an official contract with AEW in the very beginning. He was free for 3 years. So Tony Khan doesn't have that locked in contract agreement, which is what brings me to the next person. What do y'all think about Ethan Page just showing up at NXT? Who want to go first?
Like
Go ahead, me.
honestly, I was very confused about it at first. I was very confused. Um, I'm still kind of like, are you sure he signed? But I like it. I invite it. I think it's really good. Um, I think that the match is gonna go like he went straight for Trick Williams, so that was also cool. But the thing is, he made a lot of enemies automatically in there. So I feel like Trick Williams is still gonna win this match, but it's gonna be an unclean win, some kind of disqualification win. Either too many enemies on the way in. I'm sure Noam Dar is gonna do something that's gonna mess up Ethan Page's win. I'm trying to win or something. So I felt like Trick Williams was gonna win that match, but that's because Ethan Page came in like that, like just making enemies. But that also means he came in super entertaining, and I'm looking forward to what the rest of he's gonna be doing.
What you think, Sal?
Yeah, I was pleasantly surprised when he went in there and jumped your boy Trick, man. I was like, oh, Ethan Page is back. Okay, okay. I think AEW did a terrible job though with Ethan, and you know, he's here. Is he officially here? I don't know. You know, I don't know. But as far as who's gonna win that joint, I don't know. I want Trick to maintain. I want Trick to maintain that belt.
All right. Well, here's my thing about this. I don't personally think that Trick Williams can beat Ethan Page. I don't think that Trick has enough in his arsenal to really beat an Ethan Page. His entire wrestling skill and what Ethan Page represents is way beyond Trick Williams. Trick Williams is a fan favorite, but Ethan Page is an actual ring technician. He can do things in that ring that Trick can't is not prepared for. And I honestly said, like I said earlier, I don't think that NXT and the higher ups think that Trick can carry NXT to the next level. That's why they brought in Ethan Page in the first place, so that they have a champion that they feel is going to be very hard to beat. Because if you look at all the champions that was in NXT before them, they were very hard to beat. Trick Williams looks like a very easy opponent. I mean, think about it. His next opponent should be somebody like a Obafemi. Do you think in your heart that Trick Williams could beat Obafemi?
To be honest, he shouldn't have gotten the title because I don't even think he could beat Eli Dragunov.
Right.
Man. Nah, I agree with you. Yeah. I mean, he was a fan favorite for a while, so they did. He got it, but I don't know if he can hold his own with Ethan Page.
Looking at him, I'm just gonna say, looking at him, I looked at him a little bit. He's not ready yet. It's like a transition, but he's not there yet.
See, and that's what I'm saying. He is a fan favorite. Yeah. He should have had. It should be a reverse. He should have the North American title, and Oba should have the world title. But Oba is brand new, and that's why they didn't give it to him. But he's a beast in there. Dominant. Very believable as a champion versus a Trick Williams.
But you gotta think wrestling is entertainment. He's better with Sexy Red. You know what I mean? Like,
that's real.
Obi is not better with. Obi is like, who is Doctor? You know what I mean?
You gotta think about that Sexy Red element. Yeah, what y'all think about Sexy Red being a part of this whole thing, hosting this whole thing?
That's the problem.
I was getting there, Sal, but you're right. That would be like a very bad.
It's not gonna go right.
Yeah, that's a very bad porn right there. But anyway, what's that? Yeah, right.
Now, what you think about Sexy Red being a part of this whole situation?
Yeah, what do you think about that, Meek?
I felt awkward about the whole situation, honestly, but I felt also like they made sure that certain things didn't happen to make things cross any lines. Even when she was over there twerking, other wrestlers has done that right already. What's her name? Lola Vice has done that already. Yeah. Talking about that. I'm sorry. Like, I don't think she has a chance against Shayna Baszler. But going back to
throwing that out there,
the Sexy Red thing, it works because we know who they're trying to get, who there's attention they're trying to focus on and stuff. They're trying to get that that 18 to like 20 to like 30, 18 to 30 range people, and they feel like, oh, they like her, they listen to her and stuff, and they're also trying to get more people from different facets. So the same way they kind of have a swerve, get the hip hop, the African American people in there, and you're like, oh, we get Trick Williams and we got Sexy Red. So I see what they're trying to do, and maybe it's working. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, their
I didn't
ratings
see
was
any
up.
spikes like that.
Their ratings was up. Their ratings was really at a high level. So it did work. It did work. They got every social media coverage they could possibly get. So they got it covered. So Sexy Red did bring that exposure that they were looking for. I thought it would be a different type of storyline. They could have went somewhere with Sexy Red and the whole Lash and Trick Williams thing and
True.
went with it, but they didn't. They didn't go where I thought they were gonna go with it. In fact, Lash broke it off with him, and I'm like, wow, you know what I'm saying? So it ain't even gonna go that route unless she pulls a typical female thing where they break up with you and then they see somebody else have some attention and then they want you back because they don't want them to have you. If nobody have, if I can't have you, nobody else will type of thing. I don't know. But at the other end of that, I'm not really a Sexy Red fan at all. And they could have chose
Same.
anybody but Sexy Red. But
Yeah.
to her defense, or to the defense of Shawn Michaels, because he's the one who really pushed this, she is the only one that reached out. She actually reached out to them on
Mm.
Instagram and said that she wanted to be in Trick Williams' corner. So at the end of the day, hey, if a celebrities reach out to you and say they want to be a part of it and they can bring ratings, who am I to say no? The more money they make, the more money I make.
I mean, she has an album coming out.
That too. Yeah, she got to promote her album, but the more money she,
Okay.
You heard how
I'm-
they kind of muffled their song too.
yes. See,
It's like, oh, this will be on national TV.
you know what? You said that she didn't cross the line. She was in the men's locker room. She crossed the line.
Yeah.
We don't know what she really did in that men's locker room when that camera went off.
Mm.
You talking
I
about
was just hoping
Sexy
they,
Red?
yeah, I was just hoping they don't play certain songs. I'm like, yeah, please don't play those songs, certain songs. Nah, don't play
Oh
that.
hell no! Yeah. All right, so let's get into the battleground. Okay, you already said your opinion on Roxanne Perez. Um, one of you guys said that Jordan Grace should win, but politically wise, that's not going to happen. The other one, so Meek, you said you said that Roxanne is going to win.
Yeah,
Okay,
I feel like she's gonna survive, not win.
there's a difference. You're right. There's a difference. In this case, I'm gonna be honest with you. I know that politically wise, Roxanne Perez should win. But if they're doing a cross promotion, wouldn't it be sensible for Jordan Grace to win and take the NXT title over to TNA, and then they send Roxanne or somebody over there to get it back? That's really cross promotion because they gotta give. Because think about it, Jordan Grace done been on WWE twice, but yet
Yeah.
no superstar has been over in TNA yet. So I think Jordan
Yeah.
Grace is gonna win this one. I got Jordan Grace, unless another theory, another conspiracy theory from Tony. Here I go. Booker T turns in and helps out Roxanne Perez. Is that a shot? I don't know.
Booker.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
You
Yeah.
shoot
I
down
don't
my
see
thought
it
theory.
happening
Just shoot down
because
my theory.
Yeah, Booker chilling right now. He chilling right now.
All right, let's move on. Do y'all think Trick Williams is going to beat Ethan Page and retain, or you think Ethan Page is going to take it to the next level? Who want to go first?
This question. But I'm gonna stick with my last statement. I do still feel like Trick Williams is gonna hold that title a little longer. I do think that they don't trust him fully with that title, and they're gonna have someone else beat him. But I feel like Ethan Page made many enemies on the way in, so I feel like there's gonna be some kind of shenanigans that's gonna cause Trick Williams to win this last time. He may lose the next time.
All right, Sal, who you got, Trick or Ethan?
Hey, listen, I think we need that element of surprise and have Ethan win that championship. I mean, it's a good first opponent, for him to just come in for a world championship. That'll shock a lot of people when it comes to NXT and have more viewers want to see what's going on for the next time.
Mm-hmm. Dre, you want to chime in or you good? You got Trick?
Yeah,
all right.
He ain't going nowhere.
All right. I really think that Ethan is going to win this one. Like I said, also, they are not trusting Trick Williams to run NXT like that. So, and, politically, but also on another level, you got to think about it. They got two big black men represent NXT. Somebody got to go. You know how it is. Anyway, moving on.
Don't say that.
I got it. I got to hit them with the controversy and the reality check. All right. NXT Women's North American Title 6-pack ladder match. This is for the first ever NXT Women's North American Champion. Let me just give y'all who's in this lineup.
But before that, how do you feel about another championship?
What do you mean
for the women?
Well, I feel that is great. They should have been had an NXT Women's North American Championship. Yeah. But here's the problem that I have with this. When they created the North American Championship for the men, it was all throughout Europe. It was all champions from all over the world that they got. With this, it's all American. They went through some battles to get there. Trust they did. They went. I saw the training, and actually, I'm gonna just throw my personal life in there. This week, I went through a training camp of my own just to see if I can handle it. I didn't last 5 minutes, so I know they went through some hell. Training camp, boot camp, all that crap, man, it ain't no joke. And for them to survive a whole week, yeah, man, they're good. They made it. Whoever, all the 6 women that made it went through some type of hell to make it. But I don't like the fact that they gave the brothers more, or they gave men more of a test to get there than they did them. That's the way I look at that. What you was gonna say, Dre?
Well, pretty much, I'm just saying, after the tag team, the women's tag team, do you think they need another one? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, they got a lot of women.
Like, is women, like, okay, you think about it. Back in the day, it was Intercontinental Championship, and then that means that you're going to the Heavyweight Championship. So do the women need that? Where a woman has to win the North American Championship, to go to the heavyweight?
But she's not going to the heavyweight. They're just having an extra belt. Think about it. They got more women wrestlers than they do men at this point. They lost a lot of wrestlers to the main roster.
Yeah.
And they even lost a lot of women wrestlers, and they still got enough for 6 women to vie for it. And there were 6 to 12 others that didn't even make it. And then you got a whole new camp of wrestlers that's coming. You forget, they just drafted a whole camp of new wrestlers that they gotta send through training, and they bringing them in. Okay. So it's a lot of wrestlers. That's a lot of wrestlers. So, all right, I believe that. But it's a lot of wrestlers. There's a lot of.
It was like in the
and there's a lot of women.
WWE, like
if it was SmackDown or Raw, yeah, exactly. If it was SmackDown or Raw, I would say yeah. But think about it. They don't have a Intercontinental Champion for women over there either. They don't have a U.S. title or nothing over there. They don't have nothing for the women over there, and to be honest with you, and they only have one women's tag team title. So
they're kind of doing a terrible job though with it, right? as far
What
as
you
the
think?
NXT tag team, they're kind of doing a terrible job though with the NXT tag team women's championship, right?
They have
True,
the only
Well,
true,
legitimate
can I
ones
add,
um was
true.
Oscar and
Yeah, the Kabuki Warriors.
Kabuki Warriors. That was the only legitimate one I ever seen. After that, like
Yeah, there was no real legitimate tag team.
legitimate ones.
No.
yeah,
Yeah.
Now they have a
I like
powerful
to
one.
say,
Yeah, because if they
yeah, one of
put
the big problems.
Mhm.
Oh,
what you was gonna say,
I was gonna say one of the big problems with like the women's division is I agree with
Mhm.
you. Um, the biggest one of the biggest problems with the women's division in WWE is like you're either at the top, you win because basically it's just the WWE title for the women. So
Mhm.
you're either at the top or you suck because there's no
Right.
mid card title. So
There's
you
no
end up
mid card.
either being at the top or being in the trash. So you end up looking like a jobber, even though you competing and doing good in the mid card scene of the women's division. So Ashley is needed. We kind of need more titles like that. We need the tag titles, kinda. We need more titles like the North American title. We probably need another one probably for Raw or SmackDown. I think they can share it. I don't think they need to like split it up or anything.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
yeah, I think that the North American title is helpful in that way because there are a lot of women, and if you're not at the top, you just look like a jobber. Sadly,
Right. Yeah. Like I'm thinking
I
that
could
they're
agree with
doing,
that.
yeah, like they're doing right now with a couple of wrestlers that I think should be up there, that's been there forever. But I'm not gonna get into that and get on my soapbox. All right. NXT Women's North American Title 6-pack ladder match. All right. So Sol Ruka, Lash Legend, Fallon Henley, Jada Parker, Mitchin, and Kalani Jordan. I'm gonna just put mines out there. Now, who I want to win this is Jada Parker. I want Jada Parker to win this. Now, who I think is gonna win this is gonna be Mitchin, which I think.
mm, I feel like Meechin would be a really good champion. I feel like Soruka's good, but she's too new.
Mhm.
Last Legend um, the fan base looking at her the most, but I still feel like she needs work. Now I'm agree. I think I might agree with the Meechin thing because it just feel like she has the most skill there. She's not that big on the connection with the fans fully yet, but
Right.
her getting the title might do that, might push
Mhm.
that. So
True.
I'm agreeing with you there because I feel like everyone else there is either their momentum's not there or they don't got enough, I guess, skill wise to be the champion.
Got you. Sal, who you got?
Yeah, I think Michin definitely should get that title, but I think Lash Legend got the best storyline right now when it comes to that whole thing going on
Mm,
and could take it to another level. You know, she got the best storyline and she's definitely the strongest in the ring. So for
I
Lash.
don't know. Jada Parker give her a run for her money. She's shown that. But here's the thing, which I was getting to when we were doing the NXT segment. Sol Ruka pinned Lash Legend last week. How that happened? So, you know what I'm saying? And I was pissed at that outcome because I know Lash Legend could do better than that. You gonna let a little Sol Ruka pin you? Really? So, I mean, like I said, that is showing right there. Lash Legend may be a fan favorite, and yes, she does have the best storyline. But if they got her
That's why
losing,
she broke up
they
with
got her
Trick.
losing.
That's why she
But that's
broke up with Trick. She got to get focused. You know,
broke up
she
with
got to
her
get
for what?
focused.
But think about it. If you look at the writers for WWE, they don't ever have a happy ending. So you're gonna have Lash Legend lose, and she still don't get the belt, and she lost her man, probably to Sexy Red. That's what they go for. They don't give no happy ending. There's no happy ending with WWE like that. The last happy ending they had was when the Macho Man married Miss Elizabeth. And that wasn't even happy because he got bit by a snake. Remember that?
Yeah, yeah. That was crazy.
So I don't see these happy endings happening. And if they got her losing already to somebody like Sol Ruka, who's brand new, I don't see her winning it. Jada Parker has more of a better chance. And honestly, like I said, Jada will give Lash a good run for her money. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm a Lash Legend Jada Parker fan. But if I had to choose one, I'd choose Jada. All
So
right.
wait. If Mission went viral, do you think she will win? She went viral this week.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
Mitchell is gonna
Oh,
win.
okay.
Yeah, I think Mitchell is gonna win. I think that it's her time. Out of all of these wrestlers, she's the most seasoned of all of them.
Yeah.
So it's time.
Okay.
And she's getting that attention. Remember, she's just challenged Nia Jax over in SmackDown. So she's going to be fighting her. So it would be good if she went in there, Nia Jax being the queen and Mitchin being the North American champion for NXT. That looks good, going up on a pay-per-view. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Or going to SmackDown, I should say, because they didn't get to the pay-per-view yet. But I don't think that's going to stay in the ring. I think that's going to lead to a pay-per-view. And Nia Jax might challenge her for the NXT North American Championship. You know what I'm saying? That could lead up to that at the pay-per-view, stacking their card a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? So because if you also got to look at it from another perspective too, WWE did make a statement when they did the draft. All champions can float in any brand that they want to float in. So it really don't matter who get the NXT North American Championship. They can float to SmackDown or Raw or any of them and challenge for it. So moving on. We've talked about it, but I didn't make the prediction. Obafemi versus Wesley versus Joe Coffey. Triple threat match. All right. I'm going to give you my prediction. I think that Obafemi is going to retain his title. All right. Everybody agree?
Yep.
Nah, man. Wesley, bro. Oh, Wesley.
Okay.
It's always one. Always one. You with that, Dre? What you thinking? Oba's gonna win. Yep, Oba's gonna win. All right, now we talked about Shayna Baszler versus Lola Vice. All right, briefly we talked about it, so let's get into it. I think that Lola Vice is gonna win.
Mhm.
I know you thinking because NXT, because you think it's NXT Underground, but Shayna Baszler is right now, and I told you this before, even on Wrestling World, I told y'all right now, Baszler is a jobber. She is helping other wrestlers get to that next level. And Lola Vice has it. She has the in-ring skill. She does have that that underground skill too. You sleep on Lola Vice, but she does know how to handle herself on the mat. She is that one person that can give Baszler that run because she also have weight advantage, fresh skill advantage. But again, like I said, they're pushing her. Think about it. How many matches have Shayna Baszler won in the last few weeks? So you don't see her as they're pushing her anymore. They're not. Ever since she beat Ronda Rousey and forced her out, they're not really messing with Baszler like that. They're using her, like I said, as a jobber. She's basically helping these other wrestlers get to that next level. So that's my opinion. I'm sticking with it. What y'all got? What you got, Sal?
Hey, before I give my prediction, what is an underground match? Maybe I missed it. What is that? What is that?
That's when they don't have no ropes and it's all on the mat. It's just a mat wrestling match. Remember when
Okay.
Shane McMahon did it, and he had the
Mm,
underground when they all just come in there. There's no rings, nothing like that, and they just fight it out on the mat.
okay.
That's what that is. Yep.
Okay, it's gonna be kind of different there. Okay.
Yeah, and it's gonna
Ah man.
be in an UFC arena.
Yeah. It's sad what they're doing with Shayna Baszler. I mean,
Mhm.
she has so much potential. Had so
Right.
much potential. Wow. Oh man, but I agree with you. I think Lola is gonna win. I think she's gonna take it. Yeah.
Gotcha. You changing your mind, Meek, or you sticking with Shayna?
Uh, I feel like I'm probably changing my mind a little bit because of the Sonya Deville segment a while back too. She's kind of saying like, "Yo, you need my help. You need to do things a different way," and
Hmm.
maybe that this loss might be the catalyst or one of the catalysts for her changing her mind on the idea of working with Sonya Deville and Zoe Starks and stuff, and making that a little three woman stable.
I don't know,
So
Meek. You just threw a monkey wrench over there at me now. I forgot about her. Forgot about Sonya Deville. What if she helps her? Something to think about, but I'll still stick with Lola Vice. Anything, Dre?
I'm gonna just stick on my convictions with the Shayna Baszler thing, though. If there if there is some type of shenanigans like that, hey, maybe she look like she's about to lose, and then Sonya helps. I feel like she's not gonna like that win, but she gonna accept it after a point.
Got you, got you, got
For me, in the words of Natalia, enough is enough. It's time for a change.
you.
Shayna Baszler.
You got Shayna?
Yep.
I can't lie. Yeah. Like Natalia did lose against a rookie. I mean, she didn't win against a rookie, but she won against a rookie. Because the way I look at it is like this: Natalia is doing the same thing Shayna's doing, but to a certain extent, you got to understand where Natalia comes from. It's too hard dungeon. So if you're not putting your 100% in, she's gonna if she can find a way to connect and manipulate you in that ring, she's gonna use it to her advantage and she's gonna take you out.
Yeah.
But if you're not fighting hard enough, she's not gonna let you get the win. That's just how hard she is. Shayna Baszler, on the other hand, I think she likes Lola Vice, and this was scripted so that she can at least be in a pay per view. And I think that she's pushing Lola Vice over. That's my opinion.
Do these work?
Yeah, but that's
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Sorry, he will.
You wait.
I think you need more of that.
You need more of that, really?
Yeah.
That's what I think. All right. So, all right. NXT Tag Team Champions Nathan Frazier and Axiom versus the OC. Now, since Mitchin is in the other matches, she's a part of the OC, and all of this is AJ Styles click. Um, do you think that the OC may get those tag team belts finally? Because they really haven't won any championships since they've been there. So, what do you think, Sal? Let's start with you.
Oh yeah, this one I don't know about this one right here, man. This is another. This is one of those. I'm gonna leave it alone and see what happens type of matches. I'm gonna leave this one alone. I'm gonna let y'all. We got predictions on this
Okay. All right. What you got, me?
I still okay. I feel like the OC should definitely win at some kinda. Like I said, I'm still kind of leaning. I'm leaning towards Nathan Frazier and Axanium. It feels like as much as AJ Styles is very much impassioned right now. By the way, Cody Rhodes is more angry at this than he was at The Rock, and The Rock did way worse. I don't know how this works. um, but because of that AJ Styles match, I don't think he's winning against Cody.
Okay,
And
but
having OC the title and having him without the title is gonna look awkward to me. I'm picking Nathan Frazier and Axanium off of that alone. They have also had issues dealing with people that move as fast as them sometimes,
Mhm.
but that also they overcome it in the past before. So I don't know. I'm gonna stick with Nathan Frazier and Axanium just to, you know, put two legs down.
This is where um, I go with the shenanigans that you talk about. Um, I don't think this match is going to finish. I think
Mm.
that Gallus is going to come in and interrupt this match because I think they feel that they should be running for those belts. So I think that Gallus is going to interrupt this match and cause some type of disqualification, or Axiom and Nathan are going to catch a beatdown. That's my opinion. That's what I think. I don't think that it's going to finish. I don't think there's going to be a winner. But if there is going to be a winner, it is more believable that the OC do get those belts versus Axiom and Nathan keeping them. They're
Yeah,
great
it is.
tag team, but I have often said that they are not. They don't look like a tag team that should be. I just don't. Honestly, I just don't like them. I just don't. I'm just being real. I don't like them as a tag team. I really don't like that combination of the both of them. They're missing something. I don't know what it is. I guess it's the strength in it. They're fast, they're quick, they're all of that, but they're not. They're just. I just don't see them as tag team material. I see OC getting that, being a better representative. Now I do agree with you on what's going on over there in SmackDown with AJ Styles and all that, but at the end of the day, I see this as being a I still see OC getting those belts. And in fact, if you notice how the format of WWE is, the OC will get the belts. They'll parade them over there on SmackDown, and then you'll see because they did it, with Damian Priest and the whole Judgment Day. They had the tag team belts first, and then gave them confidence that they're going to get the actual belt. So they get the tag team belts over here, and then go over to SmackDown, gives AJ that confidence. Yeah, my boys got their belts. We're gonna be dripping in gold over here. Only to get shot down. But we're gonna talk about that when we do our next event, Clash at the Castles predictions show. All
Hey,
right,
I want to say something. Mate.
but go ahead.
I don't know anything about the tag team, but I want to press the awkward button because Meek said it. It's awkward. Okay.
All right, so all right, well, we gonna wrap this up because that's the end of NXT Battleground. Unless they add some matches that I didn't know about. But overall, do y'all think that because they going over to Las Vegas, do you think that this is a they should have had some? Do you think they should have more matches than this? And what matches do you think? Because I always hit y'all with a curveball. What match do you think they should have had that's not on this roster?
I mean, honestly, I think it's kind of perfect. I mean, everybody can't get to the top spots, when it comes to, hit PLEs like this. I think it's perfect. Maybe adding one more. Who? I have to think about that. You like throwing curveballs at us
Yeah,
last
right.
minute. But, yeah, I think it's kind of perfect the way it's lined up. I mean, you got Sexy Red on there hosting it. You got, Ethan Page. Nobody thought that would happen. Wrestling against Trent. Jordan Grace. I think it's actually perfect the way it's set up. What do you think, me?
Did he freeze? Oh,
I'm still better put together. I do feel the Las Vegas theme probably should have made space for like something else.
you breaking up bad, Nick.
I don't think they're going to put that to the top. Huh?
Your mic and everything is breaking up bad. You have to repeat what you said.
Yeah, I said I don't think that it would be right or it would even work for them to put the Heritage Cup on the line or anything. But I do think that the Vegas idea should at least put some space for some type of something a little bit more chaotic, a match that's a little more chaotic, maybe a battle royal of some sort during it, even if it's just a 4-man thing.
Right.
But I think it's kind of good the way they have things set up for the most part. Because the women's match already feels that way. The ladder match.
Okay. All right. That's what's up. All right. Do you want to put your show out there, Meet Wrestling World? Let people know where they can find you at, and when you're gonna have the next show.
Yeah. I'm the main host of Wrestling World podcast. My other co-host is down here, South Showtime. We do shows every Saturday around 5. Sometimes we do an extra show or two, depending on if there's a pay-per-view or not. We have fun there. We talk for a couple of hours. I'll be there from 5 to usually like 7 sometimes. So if you got a joke, if you got a statement, if you got just something you want to express yourself about. If the thing you want to talk about is from 1980 something, we here. Well, we're there on Clubhouse.
Gotcha.
5 o'clock.
All right, that's what's up. All right, we want to thank you for tuning in to another special NXT Battleground. We're gonna definitely be back for Clash at the Castle, so stay tuned for that. This is your boy Teo, my brother Dre, Sal, me, and we'll catch you on the other side. Later.
Peace.
Yeah.